This little section is called My 3 cents. And one of the things I've been thinking about recently is the conversation, especially on the back of KP, was actually talking about power and the whole scenario that went down this last week with everyone obviously speaking out against the CEO for saying the stuff against Nadia Lim. The bits that I'm wondering, oh, there we go. B Units bringing some scribe dreaming. I like it. Happy. Let's talk about power for a second. You know, when will these old dogs finally get it? You can't talk about human beings like that. You can't be a misogynistic old rich white prick and not expect the world to come and just put you in your place. It's not okay. And even more crazy is it starts to make you wonder, if you're an employee of organizations where it has leadership like that, you start to think about, if my leader is acting like this, what does he think about me? What does he think about others? And it's putting a whole bunch more. I think to KP's point before, she is totally right. It's a new age of leadership that's showing more vulnerability, showing more openness, and showing more EQ just as much as IQ. And look, I'm only 36 years old. I'm only a young pup in the CEO game. You know, I'm a young buck on the come up myself. But I absolutely am super proud that I'm seeing a unison of strong voices, especially those that are female within the space, also stepping up it as well. Because when you have that weight of that title, and then you've got the bravery to go on record and be so stupid to say such idiotic things in public, what else is happening behind closed doors that you're not hearing about? What other conversations are going on that are super uncomfortable, that may not be morally or ethically correct for a business or for an organization or the direction of where it wants to go? It's stuffed up. And it gets me very fired up because, in my opinion, when you get a position and you have a possibility to have a platform like this, New Zealand doesn't move forward when leaders act like that. New Zealand doesn't move forward when humans say those type of things. It creates division between communities, division between organizations, division between race. And from someone that has been in America through COVID and all the chaos and carnage of riots and Trump and vaccinations and masks and whatever, and I've said it many times, you know, the United States of America through it was anything but united. And what was painful to see for New Zealand through it as well is when these lines started coming up between the two, and that's not moving the nation forward. So I love the collective statement from all sorts of women in power. I feel an obligation and a duty to call out Muppet behavior if I see it. And half the time I'm a Muppet myself, but I'll usually front foot it. And it's just a really dangerous precedent to set in the ecosystem if a CEO can double down on those comments, not back down, and then nothing happens to it. Because that's not the type of leadership I think that we need in New Zealand. That's not the type of leadership that I want behind a publicly listed company. That's not the type of person that I want, that I'll be putting my time. If I was an employee, I'd be like, stuff this noise. I'm outies. Anyway, that's part of my thing. But why it matters too is for so long, and it's a little mini segue off just a little bit, but if you look at the wave of not necessarily the pay gap, but females in the boardroom or female CEOs and whatever else as well, that's one part. But when it's going down the sexualization and the race card too, you're just really going down places that you're probably not going to win. So a lesson for all of us, team, a lesson for all of us is just really think about the words that when you're in a position of power, the words that you say make a difference and they mean something. They really do. And if you're dumb enough to say enough stupid stuff like that, then I hope the wrath of commerce, the shareholders, the board, and everyone comes straight after you and you get whooped, boy. Anyway, okay, I feel like I've got that off my chest. That was my 3 cents. And you notice how it's my 3 cents, not my 2 cents, because I felt like I had an extra cent to give you, trying to give you more value for nothing.